Hi, my name is Sonia from the Inner Nest, and welcome to these two really short prenatal yoga practices. So the first class is a warming flow. We're just going to feel into our body and into our breath. And the second class is more of a still practice. It's more about softening in and feeling the earth. So I'm 28 weeks pregnant at the moment, so I'm at the beginning of my third trimester. And what I've really found through this journey of just being pregnant and practicing yoga is that I'm really in a new and a different kind of body. The focus is still on what feels right in my body, but also what feels right for baby and that constant connection to baby throughout. Also just tending to energy levels. What feels right on any particular day can really change from practice to practice. I hope that you enjoy these classes. It's just a moment just to connect to body, to breath, and most importantly, to baby. So we're going to begin in any seat that feels comfortable for you. So whether that's cross-legged, you can be sitting on your shins in hero's pose, maybe sitting directly on your yoga mat, or if you like, sit up on a pillow or a folded up blanket or your block. And then just begin by taking any little movements out of your body, a little sway from right to left, maybe a little shrug of your shoulders, a little rolling of your neck. And then just come to a place of physical stillness. And it's just a few moments here, just to transition from the doing of your day into your feeling body. Connect your hands onto your belly. And just be aware of the presence of your baby. Maybe if you're at that stage of pregnancy, we can feel some gentle movements. Just start to tune into that. Notice the rhythm of your breath moving through your belly, gently rocking your baby. With every inhale, the belly expands. And with every exhale, it's like this natural softening in, releasing downward and outward. And just sending some of that calming, soothing energy right to your baby. And we're going to stay with this really steady, slow and rhythmic breath as we move through our practice. So as you're ready, take your hands down. You can circle out your wrists, feel into your fingers, and then sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Reach up through your fingers like you're lengthening the sides of your waist. And then we're going to bring the right hand down to the mat. Take an inhale breath, go up through the left fingers, and as you exhale, arc really sweetly over towards the right. Just take one breath in, peel the chest open. And then as you exhale, we're going to glide to the other side. So you bring your left hand down, sweep your right arm up and over, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way back to center. Now from here, roll over the knees, or you can swing the knees out to one side. And we're going to come to all fours. Now moving into a pose that we call Meridian Bear. It's a very free-form version of cat-cow. So your hands can come directly under your shoulders. You can spread your fingers nice and wide, feel into the tops of the feet, and maybe begin with cat-cow if you like, or just start to circle through your hips. And this can feel nice if you're experiencing any lower back pain or any tightness through the sides of your waist or the outer hips. You can take your knees a little bit wider if you like, and just make it feel comfortable for you. So it doesn't have to look like anything in particular. You can lift up through the chest, maybe draw the heart forward. Or if you like, you can also take it back to child's pose. So you just decide what feels right for you. Now, child's pose, I notice, is my belly gets bigger. My child's pose has to adjust. So you can take your hands forward, take your knees really wide, and either keep reaching your arms forward or maybe rest your head on your arms. You can also use a block underneath your forehead if you like. If you're in your child's pose, take one more breath. And then from here, as we come all the way up to all fours, we're going to bring the knees in so they're underneath the hips, walk towards the top of your mat, and a nice release for the back of the legs. So extend out through your left leg, place the foot on the ground, and just start to rock forward and back. Now this can be really nice if you're experiencing cramps, especially through the calf muscles. Press the heel right down to the mat. You can stay here, maybe pulsing through that. And then as you're ready, swap sides. So the right leg extends back. Press out of the heel, keep the neck and the face really relaxed. So always being aware of where you hold your tension, your little hot spots. And then keeping the toes tucked this time, you're going to tuck the back, tuck the left toes as well, lengthen the spine in your plank. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. So if this pose ever feels uncomfortable, you can always drop the knees. Otherwise, just set the hands shoulder width distance. Gaze back at your feet, make sure that they're hip distance, so underneath your hip bones. And either stay up really high on the balls of the feet so the hips are reaching to the sky, or if you like, you can start to pedal out the feet and again, feel into the calf muscles. Any tightness through the back of the legs. Notice the breath. Maybe take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then keeping your feet connected to the ground, just start to take your feet a little bit wider. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. So just nice and slow. Take your time here. Walk all the way back to the back of your mat. You can take your feet super wide and maybe allow a little dangle from right to left. You can grab hold of opposite elbows if you like, or you can sway, little ragdoll. And then as you press through your feet, bend your knees and so slow, start to come all the way up to stand. Now bring your feet a little bit closer. Take your arms, sweep them out to the side and all the way up towards the sky. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands to the center of your heart. Now we're going to move through a really brief flow. So coming to the top of your yoga mat. Your feet are hip distance apart or even a little bit wider if you need. Press down into your feet, micro bend the knees ever so slightly so the leg muscles are engaged, and just lengthen your tailbone. So notice if there's any arcing in your lower back. The yoga practice is a really nice opportunity just to notice any parts of the body that we over effort. As you inhale, sweep your arms out and up, deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, your feet can come as wide as you need just to make space. Fold forward. Now, either hands to blocks if you like, or hands can lift up to the shins, a full breath in to lengthen. And as you exhale, we're going to plant the palms, and from here, keeping your right leg forward, step your left leg back. Nice long lunge. Drop the knee, press into your right foot. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked. Arms rise. Low lunge. And just feel the connection of your right foot, keeping you grounded and steady. You can gaze straight forward or down towards your toes. Just for balance, take an inhale breath, lift up through your fingers. And as you exhale, circle your hands nice and wide so you feel a release through your shoulders. And we're going to take a hold of those blocks that we've got, bring them right underneath our hands, tuck the toes, and lift the back knee up. An inhale breath here in our lunge. Feel the strength of this left leg. Draw your heart forward. And as you exhale, gently start to straighten the right leg, hamstring stretch. 2 more gentle pulses. Inhale to lunge. Notice the top of that breath in. As the breath turns, exhale, straighten the front leg. 1 more time. Inhale to lunge. And exhale to straighten. And we're going to come back to some hamstring stretches soon in part 2. But for now, bend back into the front knee, move the blocks off to the side, and you can definitely take it back to child's pose or downward dog. Now moving through a flow as you inhale, round your spine forward, come to a plank. And as you exhale, drop your knees. An inhale breath, open your chest. This is our back bend here. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. And now lift up nice and high through the balls of the feet. You might have to use your blocks for this. You can tippy toe your feet towards your hands. An inhale breath, halfway lift. And as you exhale, forward fold. Now bend the knees, protect the lower back, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment to reconnect. Notice the breath, bring your awareness to your baby. And just consciously start to lengthen out the breath and just slow down the heart rate, the rhythm of your breath. And then begin again, same flow on the left. Inhale, arms rise. And as you exhale, bend the knees. Remember you can take the feet wider if you need, forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. And now this time we want our left leg forward. So you can plant your fingers on the ground and step your right leg back. Drop the knee. Inhale breath to rise. Now if you're feeling unsteady, you can always tuck the back toes. Arms to the sky, lengthen the sides of your waist. And then soften the shoulders. Lengthen the tailbone and just gently feel the quad muscles engage. One more breath in. As you exhale, circle the arms nice and wide. We're going to use those blocks again. Hamstring stretches. Inhale to lunge. Exhale to straighten. Let the head relax. Twice more like that. Inhale to lunge. Shoulders draw back, heart forward. Exhale to straighten. One more breath in. And exhale, straighten your left leg and bow. Now bend back into the front knee. You can move through one more flow if you like, stepping back to plank. Rounding forward. Stepping back to down dog rather, rounding forward to plank. Drop the knees, exhale. Inhale, open the chest. And this time as you exhale, take the knees wide, child's pose. A deep breath in. And you can open your mouth and have a big sigh. And now we're going to come all the way to a seat so you can walk your hands, swing your knees, your feet over to one side, and come down to a seat. And then just take a moment here just to reconnect to your breath and notice the effect of that flow on your breath, on your body. Nice amount of blood flow going straight to baby here. You can keep your hands on your belly and just take 3 deep breaths. Maybe exhale out of your mouth. And just be fully immersed in that afterglow effect of that really short practice. In part 2, we're going to come to some longer held poses in the softening in part of our practice.